Hey everyone, welcome back to Tator Mountain. Today we're going to be making a breakfast casserole. Jeff says he wants breakfast for dinner, so we're going to attempt to do a breakfast casserole. First, what I've done is I've took tater tots and I've lined them in my glass dish here. I coated the dish with bacon grease, which I have here, and then I lined my tater tots. They were frozen, so I put them in the oven to cook for just a little while to get them warm through. So you can see they're almost done. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some cheese here. You can either shred your own or buy cheese in a block and shred that, or buy already pre-shredded. I'm just going to sprinkle just a little bit of cheese over these tater tots to begin with. Now I've got my oven preheated to 400. You don't want to go too much higher because it'll burn your tater tots. Alright. And then next, I have some sausage that I fried up. And I'm just going to kind of sprinkle that around. Get a good layer on it here. And this was probably a whole pack of sausage if you get it in the round tubes. Uh-oh, had a piece try to get away. Spread it around really good. And if you want, you can take you a handful of cheese and sprinkle even more cheese. And then here, I've pre-scrambled 8 eggs. And we're just going to kind of spread them out on top. Get a good layer on here. And then next I'm going to come back in with my shredded cheese again. Make sure you get a good layer on top because you want it to be good and gooey on top when it comes out. And the cheese is going to help hold this together too whenever you go to dip it out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it in my oven. I'm going to turn my heat up on my cast iron skillet that I fried my sausage in, and we're going to make some gravy. I'll put this back in the oven here, and we're going to let that melt through. Now for my gravy, what I did is if you don't use a lot of bacon and cook a lot of bacon, you can't save a lot of bacon grease on your own. But I did find this. I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. We're trying it out just to see how we like it, and so far I give it a thumbs up. I just put just a little dab of bacon grease in here. Set that to the side. Let this melt in the pan. Scrape up some of that good sausage goodies at the bottom. Might need a little more. You want just enough oil that coats the bottom of your pan. And then what I do is I take my self-rising flour and a tablespoon, and I take one, sprinkle it around, do another one, sprinkle it around. Now just take my whisk and I incorporate it really well with that oil. Stirring it around helps get out any of these clumps. Now you don't want to have your stove on too high because that'll burn your flour and it'll taste bad. And it'll curdle your milk when you go to pour it in there. Alright, next what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my milk, and I don't measure it. I just kind of know when to stop. Stir as you're pouring. That should be about right. Kind of stir it and incorporate it really well. Now my pan's probably on medium high here. Next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take me some pepper. Sprinkle some black pepper in there. Black pepper is really good with white gravy. I'm going to take my salt. Sprinkle just a little bit of salt in there. Give that a good stir. Make sure my heat's up like it ought to be. And just keep stirring. Because if you stop stirring, this is going to stick to the bottom of your pan and you're going to have a lot of lumps and some burnt flour on the bottom. So you want to make sure you just keep stirring. It might take it about 5-6 minutes here. Meanwhile, your breakfast casserole's down there getting all gooey and bubbly. And if you got some good biscuits laying around, you can have some of them with it too. Turn my heat up just a little bit more. Making gravy in a cast iron skillet is the best. It's just something about gives it a good flavor. You try to cook gravy in some of them Teflon pans, you can't use one of these. It'll scratch it up. See how that sound's starting to change just a little bit? Means it's thickening up. Bring the camera over here just a little bit. There you go. See how that's thickening up? You can go on and turn your heat off because that cast iron skillet's going to hold the heat. We're going to go on and pull this off the burner. If you don't want it to get too thick. Alright. Now you have you some good gravy with it. I'm going to need another pot holder. Put some of this stuff up. We're going to set this over to the side. Because if you leave it on a hot burner, it will burn. Take you a spoon, and you see how that gravy is? Looky there. That's going to be some good gravy. And for some reason, that bacon nut gives it a really good flavor. I'll check my casserole here. And I usually put it under the broil for just a couple of minutes to get it brown on top. Like I said, if you got you some biscuits laying around, this will be a good time to get them out. Or make you some. I think I have another video that I posted recently about how to make these with the butter that we've made and the buttermilk. These are some of Jeff's favorites. Now keep a close eye on this breakfast casserole because you've got it on broil, which is the hottest heat of your oven, and it will burn quickly if you don't pay attention. Looky there. Now you're going to want to let that cool off for just a few minutes because it is really, really, really hot. Jeff wants to grab a plate right there. I'll see if I can get some of this out and let you see what it looks like even though it's hot. I might need a spoon. That'll work. Looky there. You got your taters, gooey cheese, sausage, your egg, got biscuit to the side. You can either put your gravy over it or in a bowl. It don't really matter. How would you like it? You want drizzled over it and to the side like this. Put a little bit on the side so you can dab your biscuit up in it. Now I'm going to take the camera from Jeff. Jeff is going to take a bite. Look at there at that casserole. Let's see how Jeff likes this casserole. Now you might want to foof on it a little bit. It's a little hot.
I give that a 9.5.
You ain't making no sounds.
Don't talk when I'm trying to eat, and as good as this is, I want to eat it quickly. Well, it's good and hot. Look at the cheese.
Wow. All right, there. You have it, everybody. Breakfast casserole with some gravy. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you haven't liked, shared, and subscribed to it, to our channel, go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button. Share us out with your friends. Help grow the channel. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.